Hello and welcome to Yoga Natyam. This is sacred expansion. Let's begin today in a seated position with legs crossed. Draw the flesh of your hips out from underneath yourself. Open your palms up inside your knees and close your eyes. Breathe deeply here, in and out through your nose. And in this quiet and still place, bring your attention to the space between your ears. Allow this interior space to expand. As a result, perhaps the muscles of your face, jaw, neck will relax. And bring your attention to your spine and allow the space between each vertebra and its neighbor to expand. And the result may be that you sit a little taller with a little more ease. And then bring your attention to the space between your spine and your sternum or your breastbone, and allow this space to expand. So the chest moves more freely, the ribs expand and deflate with each breath. And we'll take 2 more breaths here with eyes closed. And as you take your next exhale, slowly float your eyes open and gaze forward softly. On an inhale, take a big wide reach through your arms and extend those arms overhead. On an exhale, flip your palms away from one another and press back down toward the floor. Repeat that once again. Inhale, a wide reach to extend overhead. Exhale, flip your arms and press back down. Inhale, take another breath, extend overhead. This time exhale, flip just your right arm. Lower your right hand down to the earth, outside your right hip. Allow your spine to curve to your right. Roll your left shoulder back here and look under your left arm up to the ceiling if it's comfortable on your neck. Breathe into the space opening between your left ribs. And on an inhale, reach your left fingertips back up to the sky and come to vertical. Touch your left hand down onto the space between your shoulder blades and bring your right hand up to pull against your left elbow. Draw this elbow back behind your head to open your left tricep. Take deep breaths into your shoulders. Exhale completely here, and on an inhale, extend up through your fingertips to the sky again. This time as you exhale, turn your left hand away and lower your left hand to the earth outside your left hip. Allow your spine to curve left. The right arm extends overhead with your palm facing the floor. Roll your right shoulder back, gaze under the arm up at the ceiling if it's comfortable on your neck. If not, keep your chin in line with your chest instead. Exhale completely here. And on an inhale, reach up through your right fingertips. Touch your right hand down to the space between your shoulder blades, and with your left hand, draw your right elbow back behind your head. Sit tall and sit with ease. One more breath. And then inhale, extend all fingers up to the sky once again. This time bring your palms together. draw a line down the midline of your body and connect your hands into your mat. Take an easy walk forward, a gentle bow over your lap. Send one more breath into your hips, your low back, and your middle back. And then exhale, walk your hands back up toward your lap. Switch legs here. Tuck your front leg back and bring your back leg out to the front of this position. Open your palms up again inside your knees and close your eyes. Return to your breath. Allow the interior spaces of your body to expand. The space between your ears. The space between each vertebra and its neighbor. And the space between your spine and sternum. 2 more breaths in this quiet, easy place. And then as you take your next exhale, slowly float your eyes open, gaze forward softly. And on an inhale, extend wide through your arms, take a breath to reach overhead. Flip your palms away from one another, exhale, press fingertips back down toward the floor. Once again like that, inhale, palms up, reach skyward. Exhale, palms out, press earthward. Inhale, one more breath up. Then as you exhale, turn just your left arm down, left fingertips to the floor outside your left hip. Curve your spine left. Roll your right shoulder back. Look under your right arm up to the ceiling. Allow the intercostal muscles between your right ribs to open. One more breath. And as you inhale, rise by reaching right fingertips to the sky. As you exhale, cross your right arm in front of your chest and with your left arm, hook around your forearm. Draw that right arm into your chest, lift your chest up to meet the arm. Stretch here your outer right shoulder. One more breath. Exhale completely. On an inhale, extend both arms to the sky once again. Exhale, turn your right arm down to the floor and take a lean to your right. Left palm faces the floor overhead. Breathe into your left ribs. Exhale completely. And as you inhale, rise by reaching up through your left arm. Cross this left arm over your body and with your right arm, hook around your forearm. Stretch into your outer left shoulder. As you draw that arm in close to your chest, lift your chest up to meet your arm. One more breath. Exhale completely. And as you inhale, extend both arms to the sky once again. This time bring your palms together, trace a line down the midline of your body. Meet the mat in front of your legs and take an easy walk forward, gently bowing over your lap. Allow the space between your ears to expand here, the space between the vertebrae of the spine, the space between your spine and sternum. Open spaces inside the body. Exhale completely. Gently walk your hands back up and in toward your lap. Bring your knees together and send your legs around the backside to set up for a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. On an inhale, sway your back. Cow pose. Lift your chin up ahead of you and your sits bones high behind you. Exhale, round your back. Drop your chin toward your chest and point your tailbone toward the earth. Inhale, sway back again. And exhale, round. Continue with breath in this way. Inhale, soften your middle back. Exhale, draw navel to spine. Push firmly down through your hands, knees, and feet. A couple of more rounds. Be sure that your arms stay straight and strong as you move from pose to pose. And then finish the next time you inhale and sway your back in cow pose. As you exhale, return to neutral. Turn your toes under behind you and push down into the balls of your feet to float your hips up for downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Begin pedaling through your feet, releasing one heel away from the earth and then the other. Allow your ankles to soften, your knees to bend, your weight to shift from leg to leg. When ready for stillness, send both heels down to the earth. Allow the weight of your head to fall between your upper arms. Exhale completely here. And on an inhale, gaze forward. Walk with care up to the front of your mat, as many steps as you need to arrive with feet parallel and hip width apart. Uttanasana, standing forward bend. If straight legs feel too intense here, give your knees a little bend. On an inhale, push your hands against the tops of your shins and lengthen the round out of your spine. Exhale, keep that length and fold again into your standing forward bend. Repeat that twice more. Inhale, stretch out your spine. Head and tail move apart. Exhale, fold. And one more time. Inhale for length. And exhale, deepen your forward bend. Bend your knees here, drop your tailbone down, and with your chin into your chest, begin rolling your way up to standing. The pelvis gets to neutral first, and vertebra by vertebra stack up to vertical. Last thing up is the head. Here, draw your shoulders in big circles up the front of your body, down the back of your body. Twice more. Inhale, a shoulder roll up the front and down the back. And one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, leave your shoulders down. Rotate your palms forward and close your eyes. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. Stand firmly down through your legs and lift actively up through your spine. Exhale, slowly float your eyes open. Inhale, expand wide through the arms and bring your palms together overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. On an inhale, lengthen the round out of your spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees and step your right foot back about 3/4 of the length of your longest stride. Turn that right foot down at 45 degrees so the pinky edge of your foot connects to the mat. Then reach wide through your arms and extend those arms overhead, palms facing one another. Send your shoulder blades down your back and draw your lowest ribs together on your front. Take one more breath here. Warrior One pose. As you exhale, split your arms and place one hand down to either side of your left foot. Step your left foot back to downward facing dog. Good. Here, middle fingers are pointing straight ahead. The hands are shoulder width apart. Feet hip width apart. Exhale completely. On an inhale, gaze forward. Walk up to the front of your mat. Arrive with feet hip width apart and parallel as you exhale. Then inhale, press against the tops of your shins, lengthen the round out of your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, swan dive all the way up to standing. Rise with a long spine and a wide reach through your arms. Exhale, bring your hands together and down to your heart. Drop these hands over your lap and begin again. A wide breath to extend overhead, palm to palm. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, add more interior space. Lengthen the round out of your spine. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, step your left foot back, about 3/4 of your longest stride. Turn that left foot down to 45 degrees, plant through the pinky edge of that foot, reach wide and extend your arms overhead. Here, your feet are still hip-width apart. Drop your tailbone down towards your back leg. Draw your belly button up and in. Really charge down through your back heel for one more breath. Easy neck, easy shoulders. Exhale, bow forward and split your hands over your front foot. Step your right leg back for downward facing dog. As needed, adjust your hands so they are shoulder width apart and your feet so that they are hip width apart. Breathe here and release the weight of your head down between your arms. Inhale, gaze forward, take a walk to the front of your mat. Again, feet hip width apart and parallel. Arrive. Halfway on an inhale, lengthen the round out of your spine. Keep that length as you exhale and fold. Push firmly down through your legs to swan dive up to standing. Drop your tail and draw your navel in, and then exhale, bring your hands together down the midline of your body. Honor your heart and then cross your hands over your lap. Start again. A wide breath to reach overhead, palm to palm. Exhale, take a big dive forward. Inhale, stretch out that spine, more space between the vertebrae. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees and step your right leg back, this time for Warrior 2. Turn your right foot down between 45 and 90 degrees. Line your right foot up with your left heel. Cartwheel up to turn and face the long side of your mat. Bend deeply into your left leg and activate your left hip. Pull that knee open toward the pinky edge of your foot. Charge down through your right leg at the back of the mat. Take an inhale here in Warrior 2. And as you exhale, straighten your front leg. Bring your palms together down in front of your lap. Look down at your hands and allow your upper back to round. Then inhale, spread wide again into Warrior 2, through your wingspan and a deep bend in your left leg. Exhale, straighten that leg, palm to palm, down over your lap. Round your upper back. Inhale, spread wide, Warrior 2. One last time, exhale, straighten your front leg, bring your palms together in front of your lap. Inhale, spread wide. As you exhale, cartwheel down to the mat, hands split your left leg. Lift up your back heel behind you and walk your left foot to the back of the mat for plank position. Glide your plank forward, shoulders past wrists, and lower your knees to the mat. On an exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Squeeze your elbows into your waist as you descend. Then roll your shoulders to the back of your body and open your heart forward. Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Energetically drag your wrists back towards your hip bones. Exhale, press up and back through table to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then inhale, gaze forward. Walk to the front of your mat and arrive with feet parallel and hip width apart. Exhale. Inhale, stretch out the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swan dive all the way up to standing. Bring your palms together overhead and exhale, bring your hands together down to your heart. Cross over your lap and start again. Inhale. exhale, big swan dive forward. Inhale, lengthen the round out of your spine. Draw your shoulder blades together on your back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees and step your left leg back for Warrior 2. Turn your left foot down between 45 and 90 degrees. Right heel in line with left arch. Cartwheel up to face the left edge of your mat. Chest and hips open. Extend wide through your wingspan. Plant down through your back leg and pull your front knee open toward the pinky edge of your foot. Take a breath here. Inhale within this Warrior 2. And as you exhale, straighten your front leg. Bring your palms together down in front of your lap. Allow your upper back to round and your head to drop forward. Then inhale, return to Warrior 2. Spread wide. Exhale, straighten your front leg, palm to palm over your lap. One more time. Inhale, spread wide. Exhale, palm to palm. Allow the space between your shoulder blades to open. Inhale, Warrior 2. And exhale, cartwheel down to plank position. Hands down to the mat. Lift up your back heel and step your right foot back. Glide your push-up position forward and then gently touch your knees down to the mat for support. As you lower through your arms, squeeze your elbows into your waist. Cobra Pose. Inhale, roll your shoulders back and send your heart forward. Rather than thinking of this pose as an arch back, think of this pose as a reach forward through your rib cage. And then as you exhale, travel up and back through tabletop position to one last downward facing dog. Draw a deep breath in through your nose here and let a sigh out through your mouth. Gently touch knees down to the mat and come down to the floor for a seated position. Bring your legs around to your front and attach the soles of your feet for Badakanasana, bound angle pose. On an inhale, extend up through your spine, and as you exhale, reach your lowest ribs forward for your feet. Wrap your hands around your toes and draw your sternum toward the earth. Here, keep your neck in line with your spine and breathe deeply. Allow those interior spaces of the body again to expand with extra attention on your hips. Good. Stay in this forward bend and walk your hands out in front of you, extending your reach down to the front of your mat. Gently walk your hands to your right, a couple of inches, so now you are reaching past your right shin. Be sure that your left hip and left sits bone stay connected to the mat. One more breath. And as you exhale, walk your hands back to center. Walk now over to your left, reaching out past your left shin. Be sure that your right hip, your right sits bone, stays connected to the mat. And then walk your hands back to center gently. Walk your hands up toward your lap and bring your knees together. Place your hands down to the mat behind your hips, with fingertips pointing forward on your mat. Draw your shoulder blades together, lift your heart, and press down through hands and feet to elevate your hips for reverse tabletop pose. Recruit your knuckles and fingertips in this pose. Relax your neck as much as possible as you look up toward the ceiling. One more breath. And as you exhale, gently lower your hips back down toward the mat. Extend your left leg forward and cross your right foot over your left knee. Sit tall through your spine and extend up through your left fingertips. Take a twist to your right. Right fingertips move back on the mat. Lower this left arm across your right knee. With each inhale here, sit a little taller. And with each exhale, twist a little more deeply. Actively pull your navel toward your spine. Inhale, expand, and exhale, twist. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, gently unwind. Place your hands again behind your hips, fingertips pointing ahead on the mat. Bend your left leg so that you are standing on the sole of your left foot. Keep your right ankle over your left knee. On an inhale, draw your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart and roll to the tip of your tailbone, gently tipping your pelvis forward. Here it feels like your diaphragm is lifting up toward your right shin. Breathe into your outer right hip. And then as you exhale, gently release. Uncross your right leg from this place and extend your right leg forward on the mat. Flex your right ankle and step your left foot across your right knee. Inhale, lift up through the crown of your head, up through your spine, and extend up through your right fingertips. Twist left. Exhale, left fingers move back and the right hand lowers to brace against the left knee. Again, each time you inhale, sit a little taller, and each time you exhale, twist more deeply. More actively pull that belly button to spine. Inhale, expand, and exhale, twist. One more breath here. Then inhale, gently unwind. Place your hands down to the mat, again behind you. Fingertips point ahead and bend your right leg so that you are standing on the sole of your right foot. Left ankle is still over right knee. On an inhale, draw your shoulder blades together, tip your pelvis forward and roll up to that tailbone. The diaphragm is lifting up to meet your left shin. Breathe into this outer left hip stretch. And then as you exhale, gently release. Uncross your left leg from this place and take your weight forward again into your hips. Open your legs wide to your sides. Inhale, sit as tall as you can. Flex through your ankles and push your heels out. As you exhale, gently walk your hands forward on the mat, stretching into the space between your legs. Make this moment easier by releasing stress and effort from your face, your neck, and your shoulders. Take one more breath here. And as you inhale, rise back up. Bring your legs together with care, and as needed, scoot forward on the mat so you have room to roll down behind you. With knees pointing up, round your lower back, tucking your tail down underneath you, vertebra by vertebra, lower to your backside. Here, open your arms wide to your sides with palms facing up. Cross your right leg tightly over your left leg so that there is no space between your legs. And on an inhale, lift your hips an inch off the mat and shift your hips 2 inches right. Lower back down. As you exhale, lower your knees to your left for a twist. Pick up your head and turn to look to your right. If this twist creates any discomfort in your knees, uncross your legs from this position and stack your right leg on top of your left leg as an alternative. Breathe deeply here. An expansive inhale and an easy exhale. At the bottom of this breath out, float your knees back up to center. Uncross your right leg from this place and switch sides. Cross your left leg tightly over your right. And then lift your hips an inch off the mat and shift them 2 inches left. For a moment, it will feel like you have a crooked spine. Roll over your right hip to lower your knees to your right. Then pick up your head and turn to look to your left. Here, a twist is running from tail to crown. Allow your eyes to close, your senses to turn inward, and your nervous system to slow down. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, and draw navel to spine and float your knees back up to center. Uncross your top leg from this place and place your feet so that they are hip-width apart on the mat, with heels snuggled in close to hips. Knees are pointing upward. On an inhale, lift your hips up off the floor for bridge pose. And then as you exhale, lower your hips back down to the mat. Repeat with breath several more times. Inhale to lift your hips up, and exhale to lower your hips down. Keep the space between your knees consistent as your hips rise and lower. In other words, resist the urge to let your knees splay out. There's a little attention toward the midline in order to keep your thighs parallel. As you take 2 or 3 more rounds like this, become attuned to the rhythm of your breath. And the next time your hips land on the mat, lower your arms a few inches so that they are at low diagonals, and extend your legs forward on the mat so that they too are at low diagonals. Shavasana, corpse pose. Continue following this slow, rhythmic breath. Experience the expansion of your inhale and the easy deflation of your exhale. The interior spaces of your body opening and softening. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Gently wake your body by wiggling fingers, toes, or slowly turning your head side to side. On an inhale, extend your arms overhead behind you and open all of the interior spaces of your body simultaneously, one big reach from hands to feet. And as you exhale, curl to rest on one side. Place your top hand down in front of you, reach forward through your top leg, and walk your hands around your bottom knee, circling off the edge of the mat up to a seated position. Cross your legs and rest your palms down. Let's finish with 3 cleansing breaths together. Sit tall and draw a deep breath in through your nose. Then open your mouth and sigh out loud. And repeat twice more. In through your nose and out through your mouth. One last time. Inhale and sigh. Bring your palms together at your heart. Honor the interior space of your body and bow forward to finish. Namaste.